Good morning, sunshines. Excuse the construction noise in the background. Today I wanted to make kind of like my part one of my getting over a heartbreak, putting yourself back together, that kind of video. I'm not exactly sure what I'll title it yet, but you will obviously know at this point. First and foremost, I wanted to say how truly overwhelmed I was at the response and the feedback from my last video. It's literally my most viewed video on YouTube right now, which is kind of depressing, but I've never seen like so many positive, like uplifting words in one place, especially on YouTube. Like YouTube's by far the harshest social media that I deal with and that I get a lot of negativity from, but I always try to push past it. I never let, or almost never let negative comments get to me, and just the amount of positivity that flowed in was just, it just made me feel less alone in the situation because so many other people have experienced it and gone through it, and they were like, no, it's gonna be better on the other side, Nikki, and everything, and it just made me feel stronger, and it really empowered me. So I'm really, really grateful for everyone that watched and took the time to comment, or like even just gave it a thumbs up, or just watched it in general. It just means a lot to me, so I just wanted to say that. And then also before we get started, I didn't like all the negativity towards Christian because, yeah, my heart's broken. It was a relationship and neither of us was perfect, obviously, and I didn't mean to say that he was like a money-hungry, spoiled, evil person. I'm saying he's like an entrepreneur. He's the only investor for his business. He has to be obsessed with that because he's constantly putting away like hundreds of $1,000s for launches and things like that, and hoping it comes back, and it's a lot of pressure for him. And I think that pressure and all of that, whatever he's working on, his business, his everything, it's just a lot for him to handle. I feel that we just couldn't handle the relationship at the same time or something. I don't know. I don't really fully know the reasons behind it still. I'm still trying to like figure it out in my head. But my point is, like, Christian's not a bad person. Christian has a fucking heart of gold. Like, that's one of the reasons that I fell in love with him. I just don't think that anyone should attack him or his company or anything because he's still a good person. That was the only thing. I didn't mean to come off that way, and I'm sorry that I did. But to get on with it, I am here to bring my cat, Maximus Prime, who's just having fun shedding all over me, to away from this house. This is Christian's house. Christian did pay for this house. It's under his name. It's not under my name, so we don't have complications splitting it up. I signed a lease for my new place, which I'm really, like, it's the one that I told y'all about already, so I'll post some pictures of it on the screen for you, and I'll be moving into that on the 10th of this month, so next week, and me and Maximus Prime will be there. I am leaving Knox with Christian for now. We agreed on that for the moment, but I may take her in the future. I'm just traveling a lot the next month, so that is that. And I just kind of wanted to answer those couple questions because they were very frequently asked. Without further ado, let's begin our, you know, picking up the pieces, part one. Gosh, Max is annoying. Look at me right now. One of the biggest things that I have found over the past week to be really helpful is to literally just be out in the sunshine, to be outside, to feel the sun on your skin, to just like run and jump and just be in the outdoors. I feel that sunshine, vitamin D, you get some serotonin and everything. In sunshiny places, people are proven to be more happy or in better moods because there's just something about it that brings out happiness. And it's hard to be sad when you're sitting in the sun having fun, like sunbathing, etc. So that's been really helpful for me because it's definitely hardest for me at nighttime. Like after the sun goes down is when it starts to get hard for me to get my mind straight. So my first step would definitely be spending time out in the sun with your friends. Step two, and the number one thing I kind of had to do and remember when the occasion first happened, I'm very much a problem solver kind of person. Like when there's a problem, I want to find a solution first and foremost. Obviously I want to sit around and mope and cry all day, but first things first, I need a place to live. I need to find a solution to this problem. So I found it very therapeutic and helpful to right away, I contacted a realtor. I was like, can you help me find a home? And I did something like exciting that I found a home that excited me, that made me feel happy, and I just needed to do something that didn't make me so sad. You know, I don't want to move into a home that I hate or just because I have to go right away. I looked at a whole bunch of homes in a very short amount of time, and I picked the one that I just loved and that I could see myself in and that I wanted to start the next chapter of my life in, even if it's on my own. So we just went and looked at the house that gives me all the feels, So excited for this house. So I think I'm definitely gonna put an application. We'll see if I get it. And now Ariana, Becca, and I are here at Tacos A Go-Go, which looks pretty cool. Garrett recommended it to us, so if it's not amazing, fuck you, Garrett. Finding a solution to your problems, like right away, just start problem solving instead of dwelling too much, because I could definitely dwell. And what was my other thing? Do something that excites you. Speaking of exciting you, I went to get my hair done. She shampooed and blow dried it for me. And there was a girl right before me who just dyed her hair this deep, beautiful purple color. And I was just like, maybe I'll just dye my hair purple. You almost had a purple versus world over here, but I did not take that plunge. I decided to stick with the blonde for now. That is my little story of what could have happened by doing something that excited me. I feel like I may regret that later though. Find a new house, a beautiful house, because this house makes me feel all kinds of feelings. Obviously, another step of getting over someone, not even getting over someone, just trying to be not sad. I genuinely think that endorphins are going to help you immensely. You can get endorphins from working out, from running, you can lift weights. I even went to the shooting range the other day, and that was an endorphin adrenaline rush for me because I've never shot a gun before. I've never even wanted to, but a friend of mine went and invited me, and I decided it would be a very therapeutic thing to do, so I did. And it was great. I really enjoyed it. I've still been hitting up the gym and just kind of using this, I don't want to call it anger, but it's kind of anger and sadness and just this heartbreak emotion, and kind of using it to just push the weights, or when you're sprinting, like sprint as fast as you can, because it just feels like it's getting it out of my system almost. It's pulling these raw emotions that are just, it's almost like screaming, and which sounds weird, I guess, but I was squatting really heavy weight the other day, and I never yell during squats, but it just felt good to just yell and just get the weight up and just work harder, and I've been doing that. I went to the shooting range. I think I might do some boxing again, just making sure I'm still in the gym, still working out, because that's still my happy place. And to answer the question, I am still working out Athlete for the moment. I'm looking to find a new gym in downtown Houston, but I'm still going to be in Sugarland a lot, and the gym's pretty quiet and dead in the mornings. There's not really anyone there, so Christian and I very mutually agreed that it was totally fine if I still worked out there in the morning. Or he didn't say I had to work out there in the morning, but that I could still work out there, because obviously I wanted to respect him and what he would like. That's it. I don't want to talk much specifics, but I am still working out, and it feels really good. And I also have these bad boys that I plan on using downtown, because I'm just really cool. Another step that I didn't even really think of at first, but after a few days of being a slob and kind of a hot mess, you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you're feeling good about yourself. I had to have a day where I finally got up, put some makeup on, I went and got my hair washed, got my eyelashes done, I got a spray tan. I was like, I'm gonna get my shit together, I'm gonna feel good about myself, I want to feel pretty, I want to feel worthwhile in my own eyes and not in someone else's eyes. I did it for me, and it feels good to do that, and I think that's really, really necessary when you're trying to become empowered and a better version of yourself, to just feel good about yourself, whether that is makeup or no makeup or hair or bun on top of your head. I mean, whatever that is for you, I feel like that helps me a lot, because you're already feeling kind of low self-esteem wise and everything at this point, so it's important to kind of remind yourself that you are beautiful and you're important and that you do love yourself, and to put yourself together. Like, don't let the heartbreak win. You're better than that. I am going to go ahead and end the video there for now. I just want to do a few points and not make this too long or drawn out or painful or anything, but I want to have a part 2. Let me know what y'all's tips are below in the comments. What do you do to cope? Whether it's like breaking up with someone, or losing a family member, or losing your job, or anything, any kind of heartbreak that you have. What are your coping mechanisms? Because I'd love to know, and maybe add them to the next video. I have a few more of my own that are pretty good, but I want to film them elsewhere. So that's it for this video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, thank you so much for your support for the last one. I was truly overwhelmed and just so grateful, and it really warmed my heart and made me feel a lot better inside to get that kind of response from all these girls and guys that have been through the same thing. It meant a lot. That's it. I'm gonna end it there, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Thanks so much for watching.